end team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome, everyone, to Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the West Virginia Mountaineers. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gets it to the back. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether. 3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Wants to throw. It's Longo. Takes a hit as he fires.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean.
Breaks into the open. Made a defender miss. Made him miss again. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. The Mountaineers look to keep this drive humming. They'll keep it on the ground. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Looking to the end zone. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He'll try to take it back. Past the 50. At the 30. 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the...
West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Mueller. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Runs for the tackle.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Back to throw, it's Longo. Pocket breaking down. Got it in the middle, it's Mueller. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Here's the return. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So NC State's offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it all the way up to the 42-yard line, and that's why you have confidence to keep it on the ground in that situation. Wants to go up top on first down. On target to the left. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a crease to the left. Breaks the tackle. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Now the offense trying to operate in the red zone. Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
Nice play call, QB sneak, yet another first down. And this offense, they've been on the field for some time now. They're helping their defense out, giving them some wins so that when they get back on the field, they'll be ready to play their hair on fire.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, NC State.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in. Out of the gun, the inside give. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Smith. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Trying to keep the drive alive. Turning it on. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. NC State, after that explosive run, might go right back to the well. Rushes on him. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. NC State started this drive with terrible field position, but now a little room to operate. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Second and goal for this offense. They'll try to power it in. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They want to flex their muscle. 3 tight ends on the field on third and into the end zone he goes. The corners are walked up tight. Looking to pass. It's Longo. Quickly to the tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Now the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Jones. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Mountaineers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the other. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Buying some time. He'll get rid of it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This is a fullback who can be a weapon in this offense. He can block, you can hand it off to him, he can also catch the ball.
Grab near the marker, it's Smith. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. They just keep firing. Makes the pass. Right on the money. There he goes. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, North Carolina! To the air, it's Longo. Makes the catch. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The Mountaineers in the hurry-up.
West Virginia.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. And the Mountaineers line up to punt it away.
NC State.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He'll try to do it himself.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, NC State! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. Had a great
The Mountaineers will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got the 1st down and more. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab on the left. Breaks into the open. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Hand off from the shotgun. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Wants to go up top. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
And interesting, on third and short, man, a lot of time defenses get really, really aggressive, so they try to slip in the screen, but they played it nicely, got pressure on the QB, got in there so fast, kind of disrupted the timing, and won that.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown! Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he is just engulfed. By this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The secondary walks up on the line showing press coverage. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Back to pass. It's Longo. Fires one high and deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Under fire. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. That's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
On the run, still looking. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. A little screen to the running back. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Grabbed in the middle. It's Mueller. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They're dealing with a second and long. To the air. It's Longo. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Got his man downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Got the first down. Looking for more. Oh, the ball's out after that big play. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. The Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. From the red zone, looking for a man. Offense scoops it up and still going.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. Into the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Going for 6. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Quarterback trying to attack. Of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to a little bit.
Another incompletion. From the gun, running back on the move. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Holds and fires complete to the right. On the move in the 30. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And the Mountaineers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. To the air on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Got his man. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Mountaineers look to do some damage in the red zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attack. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense runs. The occasion. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They'll operate out of split backs. Snags a quick pass on the left.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice.
He's got it on the outside. Open field on the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Fighting off the defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They want that clock to run. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The offense changing the play. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Under fire. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it.